hold up. Before we get to this video, can you guys please subscribe, like, and comment? I'm so excited for this journey, and I want you guys to see the journey with me. So go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it. Come on, let's get to it.
This is getting juicy.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Fitz, and I'm ready to talk. First off, before we get to this top of the blog, I just want to say thank you guys so much for viewing the last video. I had like 300 plus views on the last video. I'm so excited. And also I'm going to shout out the new subscribers. I get about 2 or 3 new subscribers, so I'm just like over the moon. Like I said, this is a journey I'm excited about taking. I'm excited for you guys to take the ride with me. So without further ado, let's get into the top of the blogs. So first we're starting off with Mr. Ja Morant, who is the point guard for the Grizzlies. I did not cover him. I haven't covered him. I did not feel like talking about him. This gun situation is just ridiculous. I mean, why do you feel like you're cool for flashing a gun? I don't understand. So first off, you guys never heard about the story. He flashed a gun initially, and they suspended him for a couple games because of that. And then we pull up on last Saturday. He's in the car with his partner and flash a gun again. I'm like, bro, I don't understand. What is the coolness about flashing a gun on camera? Like, you're not a normal person. You are one of the top players. You have one of the biggest contracts, let me say history-making contracts. I think his contract is like $194 million, like for 5 years. That is a huge fucking contract, dude. Like, that's crazy. You know, he had a deal with Nike. The deal was worth $12 million for a shoe. I think it was $12 million for, it's a multi, they didn't disclose, but a multi-year contract, $12 million. So after he did this most recent gun flash, don't understand it, don't get it. What's the fascination with doing that? You're not a thug, you're not a gang member, you are an NBA player. So let's just stick to that role. So Nike took down the shoe. He had a shoe that was posted for sale, or I don't know if it was sale or pre-sale, but they took the shoe away. I mean, like, that is not a good look. Like, bruh, I get it. I did see some TikTok from some white dude saying, oh, well, you know, you have the right to bear arms. What's the big deal about him flashing a gun? The issue is this. He is a basketball player. And as we know with basketball players or any celebrity, they are role models for the youth. You cannot go around just flashing guns all willy-nilly. That does not look good. You don't even need to do that. You can pay security to do that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand why you would think that would be cool to flash a gun and to seem hard. Like, come on, bro. You're on the court, so it's all good. Like, you don't have to be a thug or play to be a thug. Because I mean, he's not. Now, if he was a person that was like a gun collector, because I feel so bad. Another black man downing another black man, right? I hate that. That is not what I want to have to do. But you have to make it make sense. What people say, the math is not mathing. Like, why do you feel the need to be flashing a gun when you know the first time you were suspended? You got suspended, so why would you do it again? I just don't understand it. It's like, where's his parents? His parents need to get on him and get him to understand. Like, you could lose it all just for flashing a freaking gun. Like, come on, bro, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. To seem hard, like, you have security, it's okay. It does not make you a square to have security. It does not make you a square to just not have to do that on fucking social media. Like, if you're in private with your partners, whatever, and you flashing your gun without it being recorded and shown to the world, do your thing. If that's something that you like to do, I don't know why you would like to flash your gun. I mean, I know there are gun collectors and stuff like that, but you're not even doing that. You're flashing guns in strip clubs, you're flashing guns in cars. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So to him, I hope that this time, he understands, like, he needs to stop, because he's gonna end up fucking himself over. He's gonna end up losing everything he has, or the contract he has with the Grizzlies, and it's not gonna look good. So stop. I'm sure that a lot of people depend on him, including, you know, his family and including the team. Like, come on, stop. Like, somebody get to him and let him know, like, that's not a good look. I mean, you do have, you know, old school players speaking up, you know, commentators speaking up about it, you know, but somebody needs to get to him. Like, his parents, somebody. I don't understand who needs to, but somebody needs to stop him, because it's going to affect him in the long run if he does not stop this behavior. So good luck, Ja. I hope that you stop that shit, because it's not a good look, brother. It's not a good look. So to the next, Karen. To the next, I don't want to talk about the story, but I'm just going to do it. Whatever. So there was a representative for Georgia. I guess she's the 14th district representative, whatever. Her name is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She had the nerve to say being called a white supremacist is just as bad as using the N-word, calling a black person the N-word. Now, my sister, and I know you're not my sister, but I'm just going to say my sister. Well, that's Inyala, my love. Oh, no, that's Monique, my love. Like, please, there's no comparison. I remember some years ago, there was a debate about cracker and the N-word being the same. And it's like, no. Do you guys not realize why cracker was invented? It was invented for the slaves as a joke, as far as the whip cracked. That is no comparison. What we were being called back then, which we have now taken, you know, I use nigga all the time. Like, I use nigga like a motherfucker. Like, you know, what's up, my nigga? We know the culture. It's completely different from white supremacy or being called a white supremacist or a cracker. Granted, I don't see, I mean, there are, you know, like Karen, I prefer Karen, you know what I'm saying? You have to be giving me that type of attitude for me to just call you. And I'm not the one of those people that just, oh, you Karen, or you have to portray that, you know what I'm saying? You have to, I don't have any hate in my heart. Like, I have plenty, and that sounds like a Karen move, but I have plenty of always of friends and family, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter to me, but at the end of the day, the two you can't compare. When you call somebody a white supremacist, that does not mean that you're saying that they're stupid or that they're dumb or that they're monkey-like. It's completely different. So she needs to do some research. I don't understand how people get in these high power positions and don't even know the history behind some of the words, especially in Georgia. Like, come on, like, you know what this land was built up on, right? So it doesn't make any sense for you to even say that the two compare, because they do not at all. So she pretty much proved her point. She was able to say white supremacists on TV, but she did not say the N-word. She used the phrase, the N-word. So that lets you know that they're not the same. Because they're the same, you could have used both. But you know you can't, because at the end of the day, there's a difference there. Something's offensive, and something is something that you guys, or that we have used to just describe a group of people. As far as, it's not a derogatory term, but it's just saying that people act more superior than any other group. That's what made you white supremacist. It's in the damn word. Like, come on, supremacist, superior. Use your thing count. But it's ridiculous. Like, people are crazy, and that's why this world can't get on one page, or at least America, we can't get on the same page, because people try to use use something to compare that has nothing to do with the other. Comparing, what they say, oranges to apples. You cannot do that. So good luck to you, Marjorie. I hope you go do your history. Go look up the word. Dictionary could be your friend. And I think you will understand the difference there, because it's not the same. Craziness. All right, Karen, we're going on to the next one. So speaking of black issues, speaking of my brothers and sisters, so the NAACP has put out or issued a travel advisory for Florida. Unfortunately, the state of Florida, they're telling us people to not travel there, or to no longer to actually move that state, and I don't blame them. They also have also added in the LGBTQ plus community, which I love. Y'all know I'm part of. I love it. I'm part of both of these groups here, Black and LGBTQ. I love it. Like, good. It needs to be put out there that something in the milk ain't fucking clean. So Governor Ron DeSantis, whatever the fuck, I don't know, DeSantis. I'm horrible with names, y'all, so just bear with me. He literally has a problem with black, I'll say minorities, and as well as the LGBTQ plus. As we know, he wanted to take out teaching about racism. He doesn't want that in the schools. He wants to take that out of the history books, which is like, what the fuck? We are in America. Like I said again, this land is built on that. So how can you remove that? Slavery is a thing. That does not go away. You know, does not go away. So how do you think that it can just be erased? Like, we know that that's civil rights. It's a thing. It does not just go away. You know, like, we know racism is a thing. just does not go away. It's still literally here. That's still a thing. All the two things I have named, racism, it derived from racism. That was the birth of all this. So how do you think that we can just delete that out of the freaking history books? Why should it be taught in schools? It's important for children to understand, children of color and not of color, to understand what this country was built on, so that we can make a difference. Hopefully they will understand and see the difference and understand their fellow brother and sister. Like I said, I ain't color or not. I think that it helps children understand where they come from, and then also how to start treating other people better and understand other people's struggles and why. Why Fitz may have a chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll help Becky understand that, or Tom understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. I'm not mad. So the NAACP said that they just feel like, that they're hostile. Florida as a whole is hostile towards Black people and the LGBTQ plus community. So I completely agree. I mean, the LGBTQ plus community, that part came in because he wants to ban kids from coming to drag shows, and also, which that shit is just, what the fuck? Like, that has nothing to do with a child being, now there are some places that it's inappropriate. I think that if you're going to have a child at a bar, of course not. That's not cool. But they do have drag brunches. What's wrong with that? If a parent chooses and think that's appropriate for their child, fine. That's their choice. That's their fucking choice. So, and this is what get me about people like that, is that I'm very sure that he has a problem with abortion. So you think that you have the right to tell a woman what to do with her body, but you don't understand, or you think you have the right? You think you can do that? You think that's fine to just say, okay, well, let's not have a child, right? Or you need to have a child. But then on the other hand, you're sitting here telling this person what to do with their child. Like, you're forcing a woman to have a child, and then you also feel like you can tell them what to do with the child. It's just too fucking much. It brings me. It's crazy. It just shows people mindset on how dumb they can be. You know what I'm saying? How ignorant they can be. So this governor needs to go sit down. I don't know what the fuck. Of course he's with the Republican Party, whatever the fuck. God bless. I don't know. We'll move on to the next story. So I do have an update for y'all. Update on Jimmy Allen. If y'all remember my last Top of the Blogs, we talked about his ex-business manager coming out and saying that she was R-word by him. That, she was sexually harassed and all this jazz. And I don't mean to say jazz, like, taking it lightly, because like I said, if it's true, I always feel like we should believe the victim until proven otherwise, right? So he did come out with a letter to his wife, Alex, and or Instagram post, and apologizing for cheating on her. Apparently she's pregnant. So sad. I hope that they can, first of all, I hope that the case gets tried and that we do find out what is the truth. That's first. Then secondly, I hope that their marriage, because I hate to see marriage dissolve. Now I understand if it's too much for the wife, girl, I understand. Hit the road, Jack. But if you feel like you can't fight for this after everything comes out, hopefully he did not commit this crime, then girl, if you can handle it. I mean, it's their marriage, but at the same time, that's a lot. So I mean, the post was sweet, but I feel like that could have been kept privately. Maybe he felt like he had to do it publicly because everything's out publicly. So maybe that's why he felt like he had to post on Instagram. But brother, you need to make sure at home you handle that and to make sure those words are actions. So good luck to you, Jimmy Allen, and good luck to his wife, Alex, and the victim. God bless you. I hope that you find your healing. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Next story. The Holts, or should I say Martell Holt. And where she go, Melody Shari now? She's not Melody Holt anymore, which I ain't mad at. Y'all divorced, y'all have kids together. You can change your name and change however you want to rebrand yourself. Rebrand yourself. Do your thing. So apparently, allegedly, all this is alleged too. Everything I said already, we're gonna just say every story down here is alleged because I ain't got time. Tasha K and taught I think all YouTubers something. So allegedly, so allegedly, apparently, Martell Holt threatened Melanie he was going to release revenge porn. So apparently, fellow YouTuber, Carson Blue, I'm not familiar with her, but hey, girl, she told Melanie, reached out to Melanie and said that Martell said that he was going to give her some information about some porn that him and Melanie did as a married couple. And not even a porn, just it's like a sex tape. Like, it's not even porn. Like, what the fuck? It's revenge porn because he's trying to, use it against her. So Melanie did come out and do a live and say, that she believes it to be true. She believes it to be true because she said at one point during taping of last season, Martell had did a live and she responded to a live about him saying, I guess it was about the custody battle or whatever. You guys know what's going on. If y'all watch, Huntsville, y'all know what's up. Love and Marriage, Huntsville. So you already know how their relationship has been torn in front of fucking national TV. Like, I understand. Melanie, girl, I get it. I would be so done with that situation. Like, you gonna put me on TV and you gonna be a fool? Like, you gonna act a fool like that? Like, you gonna have baby mamas and all this shit come out? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot for anybody to deal with. But anyway, let's go and get back to the story. So apparently, Melanie comes out and says that after the live that she did, responding to his live, he sent her a text and said, pretty much like threatening her, like, I will release this if you don't stop. And sent a screenshot of a, sex video that they had made. And she said she knows exactly where it was. She knows for sure it to be them. It was a real legit video, so she knows, what's up. And I'm like, dude, if you did that shit, you a dog, bro. Like, Martell, for the life of me, I just hate that he just has, like, everybody got on Carlos King because Carlos King was, like, crying at the reunion. I don't know if you guys, whoever watches, y'all know what I'm talking about. He cried and was telling Martell, like, I just wish you would get out of your own way, pretty much, and just admit that you miss your family, you miss your marriage. And Melanie started getting emotional as well. For some reason, Martell just cannot move out his own fucking way. Like, I don't understand. You see that he still loves Melanie. Yes, this season he is starting to say, kind of be more voiceless about it. But bruh, you don't let so much time go past and you've done so much damage, like shit like that. Like, sending her a screenshot and threatening her. Like, why would she ever want to get back with you? Like, if you love this woman, you need to stop acting like a little boy and be 110 about it and say, hey, I made a mistake. Can we please try to work this out? Baby, please. Like, real shit. Like, you need to try to make this work or put action behind your words. Like, that's something that, as a man, I found to be so valuable in any relationship you are in, whether it be friends, romantic, whatever, family, whatever it is. Put actions behind I feel like behind your words. Like, yes, they say in front, whatever. Like, once you say something, please do it. Please start doing it. Like, because sometimes, your mouth, you say stuff and then you have to sit back and think about it sometimes. But let's start, if you say something that needs to follow that shit. Don't just say something and then nothing follows it. Like, that is a shit that I just cannot stand about a lot of people. It ain't just men. It goes for women and men. Like, you have to make sure you put action behind shit. And I just wish that he could have done it earlier. Because honestly, I think Melanie literally loved him. Like, I always tell my girlfriends, a woman does not have kids with someone and not intend on being with them. Yes, there are those rarities there. There are. But for the most part, most women I've ever come in contact with and they have a child by someone, they really intended to be in that relationship to help for both parents to raise the child in a happy home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that fairy tale shit, right? But for some reason, men don't seem to get that shit. They just think that it's just all good and all gumdrops to just mistreat the woman and leave. Like, or mistreat the woman and think that she's supposed to stay. Like, nah, you have to, come on, bro. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But at the same time, if you're going to make the mistake, you need to make sure you be sincere behind your apology. And with sincerity comes action. So it needs to work that way. And it's not just men. I mean, it goes both ways. But I will just speak for as far as this situation. Of course, the man has made the mistake that we know of. So it's just sad. It's just sad as fuck. Melody just pretty much, she was just sharing how she felt about the situation. She said she did send the screenshots over to her lawyer. So good luck, brother. You want to play with that. You don't want to play with that. You don't want to play with no revenge porn. Like, I hope nothing gets leaked, because that would be a violation to not just only you and Melanie, it would be a violation to y'all children too. Like, that shit wouldn't be cool. Like, y'all kids don't deserve to, they already got all this shit, this footage from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. So I don't think they deserve to have a porn out of their fucking parents. Like, that is just the most. All right, y'all, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all please comment below and let me know what you guys think about this video. I hope that you guys also, I know I'm gonna put the clip earlier on in the video, but please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. All right, y'all, I'm out.